Hi guys, so today we're going to continue working on coordinate systems in a plane. And so today we're going to actually be working on some coordinates. And so we're going to do number 1. And it says use a set square, which I'm just going to be basically using a ruler. And it says to draw a line perpendicular to the axis through the points P, Q, and R. Label the new line as a y-axis, okay? And so basically what we're going to do is we know that these are what we call parallel lines. Okay, a perpendicular line is where it meets like this, almost at like a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to take letter P and I am going to create a new line right here, and we're going to call this a y-axis. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with Q, and I'm just going to turn my paper so that I can do this, because remember, it basically needs to be at that 90-degree angle to be that perpendicular line. And then I'm going to do the same thing for R, but because R is already on here, I am going to go ahead and draw this. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an arrow and I'm going to call it Y, because if you notice, these lines are called X, and those would be our X-axis. So this is going to be our Y. So we've gone ahead and we've drawn our new lines that are perpendicular. I'm going to draw these arrows. The arrows basically just go to show that the line is going to keep going. Because it intersects right here, we're not going to draw it continuing down and then draw an arrow. It's just kind of that's where it ends. Then it says choose one of the sets of perpendicular lines above. I'm going to choose this first one. And it says to mark 7 units on each axis and label them as whole numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this dot here and I'm going to label it 0. And then I'm just going to draw dots or plots, and I'm going to label this, and I made them too far away, that it wanted to do 7 units. So I'm going to do the same thing here going up, and I'm going to have them go all the way up. And label them that way, okay? So this way, what you guys have actually done is you guys have created a place where we could actually plot some different segments, okay? The next one, it says that we're going to use this coordinate plane to help us answer these questions, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to first fill in this chart right here, and then we're going to answer some of these questions. Now remember, when I have my X, here's where my X is. So you know that this is where I'm going to be going over, or what we always call run. So we always run, and then my Y is going up and down. That's where I'm going to be going and jumping. So when you think about it, when you're going and doing something, you don't jump and then run. You run and then you go and you jump. So that's kind of to help you with this. So what I want to do is I'm going to run to my 2 and I'm going to jump to my 5. And it says, what shape is that? And that's a triangle. Okay. I'm going to look at my 1. So I'm going to run to my 1 and I'm going to jump to my 2, and that's going to be a circle. Okay. I'm going to run to my 5 and I'm going to jump to my 6, and that is a square. And then I'm going to run to my 6 and I'm going to jump to my 5, and that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that one is an octagon. Sometimes I just have to count that with them being so little that I needed to make sure that I wasn't going to call it the wrong shape. Then it says, which shape is 2 units from the y-axis? So here's your y-axis, and I want to know what shape is 2 units. So 1, 2. What shape is that 1, 2 units from the y-axis? That would be a triangle. Which shape has an x-coordinate of 0? So I'm going to look at my x, and which one would have an x-coordinate? That means that when I would run, it would be 0. And that's going to be a pentagon. Okay. Then it says, which shape is 4 units from the x-axis? So let's see here. Oh, sorry, from the y. So I'm going to go over 4, and then it says 3 units from the x. Hold on. 4 units from the y. so 4 units from the Y and 3 units up from the X, that's going to be my diamond. Or what we talked about in the last module, it would be considered the kite. Okay, so pretty simple. It's almost kind of like playing Battleship, knowing where those ships are, where these shapes are. So once you guys understand we run, then jump, that is going to be able to help you to figure out where things are going to be.